Hi guys, Sean from Optics Warehouse. So today we have quite a rare scope. So this is the Tangent Theta Precision Marksman 5 to 25 by 56. So who are Tangent Theta? So Tangent Theta are part of the Armament Group, who also are Tenebrax. So as you can see, it's got a set of Tenebrax on here, but Tangent Theta have been going for a few years now, and they actually have in recent years joined with Premier Reticules, so they've taken them over, and you'll see the Premier Reticules now in these Tangent Thetas. So for instance, this particular one has a Gen 3 XR. Those Premier Rets are always incredibly popular with a lot of shooters just because they provided plenty of information and sort of kept the field of view clear, and they were extremely well thought out. So this particular model, this is the 5 to 25 by 56. You don't see many of these around, so these are pretty rare, especially in the UK. I've probably seen maybe a couple of shooters with them, and this is mainly because they're extremely expensive and they're quite hard to get hold of, and we will actually now be starting to stock them as well as the LCAM range, and we're quite excited really just because they are really the creme de la creme, top of the tree. And we actually, when this came in, had taken a look at it, taken it apart, tried the toolless ReZero feature that it's got, which has got a patent pending on it, which is quite exotic and quite nice, but all the internals and everything with this scope is very well thought out, very refined, and you can see why it is so expensive. So I'm actually just going to run through the quick features on it, and probably just as normal, start the eyepiece. So as you can tell, it's a fast focus adjustment. You have a locking ring here. This can just hold where you want your diopter just set. As I said, they're part of the Tenebrax group or Armament Group, and you can see it's supplied with a Tenebrax cover on the ocular and again on the objective. It's a 5 to 25 by 56. As you can see on this zoom ring, we've got a cat's tail just for easy adjustment out in the field. Move forward then onto the main tube. It's a 34mm main tube. This particular model is mil-radian in its click value and in the reticule within it, and this gives you, this particular internals will give you around about 97 MOA of work in internal adjustment, which is about 28 mil-rad, so plenty enough for long range shooting. This scope is designed for long range use. This is predominantly, and the main reason they've made this scope, they wanted to make the best rifle scope in the world for long range shooting, something that you could dial extreme all day to the ups and downs, lefts and rights, and you know it 100% track perfectly. And they really do promise this. So you've got internal mechanics here, which are some of the best on the planet. So you've got plenty of internal adjustment. We move forward, they've got this patent pending on this toolless ReZero system. Very nice and easy to use, and it's simply you just turn this here, unscrews it, there you go, simply off, reset it, we put that back on. So easy as that. And what it also features is this double turn rev indicator located just here. It's a pin that comes out. So as you can see, second revolution, this pops out. You're seeing this a lot more often on these top end scopes. So it's an easy indication, it's tactile, you can feel it with your hands, especially if you've got gloves on. You just know when you enter that second revolution. And as you can see, quickly turn straight back in and shows you back onto your first revolution. Move forward, you've got parallax adjustment here, big parallax adjustment knob. It comes down to 50 meters, and you've got it all the way through, nice and easy, smooth, yet still a little bit stiff to ensure that plenty of use in years to come, that you'll be adjusting smoothly still and accurately. So it's in a low illumination setting, so very much like the IORs, which are again sort of a military standard scope. This is a low setting, so even on setting 11 you're not going to have the daylight bright setting. So it's worth bearing in mind that if you are wanting an illuminated scope that is visible during daylight, this won't give it to you. As we move on to the objective, 56mm, and again paired with a Tenebrax cover. The glass in this is absolutely brilliant, very bright, white, clear, and the resolution is fantastic. So all Tangent Thetas are made in Canada, so this sort of explains the price slightly, but also ensures they can keep the quality to the highest level. So this is really a rifle scope that if you were extremely into shooting, you're sort of talking around, for this 5 to 25 by 56, around £5,000. So it's definitely not cheap. It's probably one of the most expensive ones we've reviewed and really had in our hands. So apart from the Hensoldt 3.5 to 26 that we had, this is probably the second most expensive out there that I've seen on the market. But I would say, like any expensive optics, it is a law of diminishing returns. So unless you're really into your long range shooting, you can get a lot out of a rifle scope at half the price. So if you are interested in one of these Tangents or any of the other armament products, we have got them on the website. We've got plenty of Tenebrax covers in. We will be starting to allow orders on these models. They are quite exotic and there is a few reticle choices in them, so we are looking for like an order on them. So you're around the 6 weeks delivery tops on these, but if you are very keen for them, we can get the orders placed and they'll be over to us as soon as possible. So if you want any further information, just drop us a line and we'll make sure we get back to you. This is Sean. Cheers.